Aujourd'hui vidéo sur le vocabulaire de la finance et de l'entreprise. Thématique omniprésente dans le TOEIC. Toutefois, nous allons l'aborder de façon un petit peu différente. Je t'explique. Le vocabulaire du TOEIC est très spécifique et s'éloigne souvent du vocabulaire de la vie quotidienne. Voilà pourquoi il est important d'apprendre ce vocabulaire mais surtout de savoir le reconnaître. Alors fini les listes interminables de mots. Nous allons plutôt voir la prononciation de chacun des mots en anglais et en français puis leur intégration dans des phrases. Pour cela rien de plus simple, de courts extraits de différentes vidéos vous seront présentés. Alors tendez bien l'oreille et essayez de repérer le nouveau vocabulaire. Pourquoi ? Tout simplement parce que cela utilise deux principes fondamentaux, l'apprentissage actif et la contextualisation. Ce ne sont pas les sujets du jour mais croyez-moi que ce sont des atouts. Alors avant de débuter, n'oublie pas de t'abonner. C'est ton premier pas vers les 990 points.
Company. Entreprise.
We studied a general counsel in a pharmaceutical company who had to figure out how to get the outside lawyers, 19 competitors, to collaborate and innovate.
Employee. Employé.
In workplaces, there are rules that are completely unspoken. Understanding them is crucial for success, and yet you won't find them in your employee handbook.
Manager. Manager.
They also paired participants and had one person in each pair play the role of a supervising manager, giving feedback to a subordinate manager.
Meeting. Réunion.
We see this as helpful in fact, driving our progress in our digital transformation. But very importantly, we see this as meeting the needs of people who really need a product, who need a product that in fact can work offline and online.
Team. Équipe.
When you come out here and you kayak the river like this and work as a team, you tap into that resilience and that courage that exists within you.
Project. Projet.
We transcend ourselves in these moments of flow. And Jamie Wheel, who co-founded the Flow Geno project with Stephen Kotler, talks about it in this TED Talk.
Client. Client.
Secondly, they said, hey, we don't know what each other does. We don't know if we're all doing the same thing. We'd like to make good client referrals to people that can help them, but we don't know who each other are. So can you help us figure that out?
Product. Produit.
This is true not just for electronics like smartphones, but for many kinds of goods and data. Things like medicine, luxury goods, any kind of data or product that we don't want tampered with.
Service. Service.
If you have a positive brand perception, if people believe that you're the best of the best, you will be able to charge a premium over and above the highest priced product or service in your market.
Department. Département.
To help police use body cameras and collect data on the use of force. This fall, the department will award more than $160 million in grants to support law enforcement and community organizations that are working to improve policing.
Office. Bureau.
You know, is smoking cigarettes and getting in your SUV to drive to Starbucks to not talk to the people next to you in line, like, is that working? You know, like, is going to the office 90 hours a week to make tons of money?
Work. Travail.
You can't hire me, and I know you can use my talents, abilities, and skills. I don't want to sit home and do nothing. Just let me do some volunteer work. You don't have to give me anything, all right? I just want to work. I want to be busy.
Business. Affaire.
And this is the result. So, listen, my lab is not in the ear manufacturing business, okay? People have actually been working on this for like decades.
Market. Marché.
Operators. But well before they have time to process what's happened, millions sitting on their couches become aware that something is amiss. TV that's broadcast from or routed through satellites dominate the market for international programming.
Sales. Vente.
Owners control what apps are available. While Epic and Microsoft are fighting against Apple's 30% commission on App Store digital sales, they're both happy to keep the same cut on the Xbox side.
Budget. Budget.
Playing at the Rosemount a few weeks ago. We have to do it in the style of Bertolt Brecht to earn credit points. We'll rehearse it for 4 weeks and it'll run for 2 weeks in the small theatre at lunchtimes and on Sundays, and we have an $80 budget.
Strategy. Stratégie.
Radically redesign your system, but you should use your knowledge of user needs and business goals to determine which redesign strategy is best for your context.
Profit. Bénéfice.
Somebody with expertise, and AstraZeneca came in, and we didn't control that agreement, but they came in and said, hey, they want to do it on a nonprofit basis. And I'm impressed with how they put their best people on it and helped out.
Cost.
Coup. Banning the region significantly shortened the trip, but unloading and reloading ships at each port cost time and money.
Investment. Investissement.
Open diplomatic relations. Allow Jewish tourists to come to their country. Trade and investment. Technology cooperation. Security cooperation. But what about the Palestinians?
Revenue. Revenu.
So, and I want to thank everybody in this room for all their hard work. This has taken a lot of financial discipline, but also a lot of creativity and imagination as we try to figure out ways of increasing our sources of revenue and our streams of revenue. So thank you for all that work.
Accounting. Comptabilité.
Executives Phil Schiller and Craig Federighi, representatives from Microsoft and NVIDIA, and over a dozen other witnesses, talking about everything from Apple's accounting methods to the definition of a metaverse.
Finance. Finance.
Quite surprised, particularly in my computer science classes, how few women were studying computer science. And then when I entered business school just right after undergraduate, again, I was kind of surprised how many of the women weren't going after the finance jobs that men were going after.
Contract. Contrat.
From Schiavi Mobile Homes for $23,000. The Girondas paid a $1,000 deposit but ultimately breached the contract. Schiavi contacted Frank's father, inquiring whether Frank still planned to complete the purchase.
Customer. Clientèle.
Partners, and my brother really led that process. At that time in my career, I was just head down design and customer relations.
Yeah.
Now in any transaction, I'm a big part of it just because I've grown and I know this stuff and I enjoy the process.